You think that tennis is about expressing yourself, doing your thing. But you don't know what tennis is.
What is it?
Zendaya, wow, look at you! Welcome to London. How does it feel to be in the home of tennis? You're in here, the UK.
I know. I feel very lucky to be here. I'm so grateful to everyone who has showed up. Every time I do these things, I'm like, nobody's going to actually be there. But then they are, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool and so special. So I feel very lucky.
In which way did you kind of connect to Tashi?
In many ways, I think, while we go about things very differently, I think ultimately she has a real love and passion for what she does, and it's taken away from her too soon. So I definitely empathize with that.
And why should audiences see this? What's the message?
Man, it's a ride. It's a roller coaster, like an emotional roller coaster. But ultimately, I think a lot of fun and leaves you questioning everything and wanting to talk to, and argue probably about what character you like best and what character you hate most.
Look at this outfit. You look so dapper in London town. How does it feel to be premier here in the home of tennis, some people might say?
We're very, very happy to be here. And yes, this is designed by a young up-and-comer named Jonathan, and I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Absolutely.
He might do all right.
He might do all right.
Maybe.
Let's talk about how much fun you had. Just sum it up for me on set.
Well, we all got along really, really well, And I think, honestly, at the end of the day, we're very, very happy to do the work that we do. And we feel very fortunate, and we enjoy what we do.
He's not in love with you.
What makes you think I want someone to be in love with me?
How fun was it to be a part of this?
Yeah, it was great. It was so great. I had the best time with Zendaya and Mike, and we're a great little group, and it was lovely. Yeah.
You made tennis look really easy, by the way. Talk me through that process.
I'm surprised that I made it look easy. I was not a good tennis player, but I feel like all three of us kind of entered into this film with such positivity and optimism. And we had a great coach in Brad Gilbert, who's an amazing legend. And it was just great. We just had the time of our lives, and we worked really hard, and we got away with it, I think. People seem to think we're brilliant tennis players. We are not.
Have you played much?
I've played a load just making this movie, but no, not since.
And the Zendaya effect, you can hear it. What was she like?
She's great. I love Z. She's a great friend, and yeah, we had a great time together, yeah.
I like to believe that I have characters that are multifaceted and dimensional in some kind of way, but I think she definitely is the most unapologetically cruel sometimes and direct character that I've ever played. And it was interesting to play someone also who is closer to my own age. So while I do get to be with her when she's 18, we also get to see her grow as a woman and visit her and understand her in different parts of her life.
Let's just talk about being in London at the UK Premiere Challenges.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling incredible. I've just been so excited for so long to share this movie with the world, and it's so gratifying to be able to do it here.
Yeah, the home of Wimbledon.
Absolutely, yeah. London's a real tennis city, and Brits really care about the sport, so it means a lot to do it here.
Why? Why did you write this? Tell us about your inspiration.
I can tell you the exact moment I kind of started thinking about it. I was watching the US Open in 2018, and it was the match between Naomi Osaka and Serena Williams. And there was this really controversial call from the umpire that Serena Williams had received coaching, and you're not allowed to do that. And I never heard of that rule, but immediately I was like, oh my God, what if you really needed to talk to your coach about something super important that was beyond tennis? How could you communicate that using film?
I remember that moment. I know the moment.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. That's incredible that came from that. I love that.
Yeah.
What about the fact that you've got this cast? Did you dream of this cast?
No, you can't dream of a cast like this. I wrote this movie on spec, which means nobody was attached to it yet, and so I never could have imagined that it would come together the way it's come together. But now I can't. These actors are so completely tied together with these characters for me now that I couldn't imagine anybody else doing it.
And we have to talk about the legend that is Luca.
Yeah.
His vision of it.
Yes.
Are you so happy with that? And why was he the guy for it?
It was so obvious from the first time Luca and I spoke on the phone that he understood this story. He understood the energy of the movie and and that he loved and cared about the characters as much as I did. And so I felt really, really grateful to be able to share it with him and to watch him direct, you know.
And you do realise you're opening up a conversation about the ending. I mean, I think everyone's going to be asking, what happened at the end?
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, so I have nothing to say about the ending.
Let's talk about being in the UK, in London, for the premiere of Challengers. How does it feel to be at the home of tennis, I reckon?
Yeah, Wimbledon. Like, every time I bring a movie to London, it's the best excitement for me. And I was really look forward to come here, so it's great. And to be at this theater, at the Odeon Leicester Square, is like an achievement. I feel very happy and proud.
You're back. Let's talk about the amazing talent in this. Was it just an absolute joy to go to set every day and work with these?
I loved them all so much. I mean, Zendaya, I met her years before on a fashion show, and I found this woman so arresting. So when the opportunity came about, it was amazing. And Josh and Mike are two of the greatest young actors that are out there, and they're so compelling. But also, we spent so much time together. They were rehearsing. They were trying to become great champions. They became great champions on screen, and we had fun.
Yes. And what was your initial reaction when you read the script? Were you blown away?
Loved. I discovered with the script, a great script that I wanted to do. There was something thematically very close to me, but also I found a new great friend in Justin Kuritzkes, who is a wonderful writer.
Wait, are you on Facebook?
What?
He's asking for your number. And so am I.
You both want my number.
Very much so, yeah. Yeah.
And you made tennis look very, very easy.
It did not come easily. There's a lot of work, a lot of training, and that's just part of the job. It's one of the things that excite me as an actor is the ability to dive all the way in and immerse yourself in the world.
Do you think it's a bit of a message that you can kind of achieve anything? Because you became a really good tennis player by the looks of things.
No, that's just what I believe when it comes down to the work. You know, how I try and approach anything as an actor is I just try to dive in all the way and commit to what I'm doing and accept the world that I'm in.
Yeah, and you were brilliant. And let's talk about what should audiences expect when it comes out. Tell us up, sum it up. What's the message?
I think it's about 3 young, amazingly gifted athletes who are absolutely in love with their craft, and life then begins to happen to them, and they kind of fall out of love with their craft. And it's about their journey to all kind of find their joy and the purity in their sport again.
I was with Luca. We're very, very dear friends. He's been asking what project to work on, and he was like, "Please, would you work on it?" And I adore him, so I would do anything for him. First challenge was like sport. I know sport, but I don't. I've designed stuff for Federer before, for Uniqlo and things. But to do it in a 360, hundreds of people, different tennis matches, it was bigger. The pandemic, going to Boston, having a job, and going back and forth from Boston. But it was fantastic. I really loved doing it. It was nice because it's like when I was young. So it was when I was a teenager, the very beginning of the film. And I'm with like Z and Josh and Mike. It was like the dream triangle, you know? So.
Come here. Which one of us?